Hello and welcome. I'm Vijay Srinivasan and this is Talking Sense with Srini. We're discussing Vijay once again as the actor turned politician returns to Chennai after CBI interrogation onto the deadly Karur stampede that killed about 41 lives. To decode all that's buzzing in the state of Tamil Nadu, we are joined by editor in Chief Srinivasan. So let me begin with you
Yeah,
there.
hi Vijay. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Do you believe that this whole, the timing of this CBI interrogation on actor Vijay over the Karur stampede that killed about 41 lives, is happening in Delhi? That's also quite unusual, according to certain political pundits. You see this as purely political, or is it just more of a legal procedure?
No, there's I think a lot of politics is involved in this. Uh, yeah, but your question is interesting. The assembly elections in Tamil Nadu are hardly 2 months away. It's closing, and still there is no alliance formed yet. There are two formations always. That's how it has been the elections here. One headed by ADMK, the other headed by DMK. So it should have been a similar thing this time also. But something else has happened. The alliances are still not, on both sides, haven't taken shape. It's not just that AIDMK and BJP, that NDA alliance is in trouble. On the other side, even DMK, though the alliance has stuck together for such a long time, not able to say that when the final ink on that alliance partners would get dry, when will the agreements will actually be signed. Now, coming to your question, the timing, and so therefore it's very crucial that this what otherwise could have been a two-phase election, a two-way election, is now turned very interesting because of the possibly turning into a three-way because of entry of Vijay. Vijay, this alliance is also not taking shape, as I said earlier, also because of Vijay's entry into this. He's an absolutely new factor. But something else happened about 100 days ago. If you remember, there was this, like you said, Karur stampede in which about 41 people have died. Now, after 100 days, why CBI now chose to suddenly wake up and start, issuing summons to him? That's one. And they called him to Delhi. They also came and examined the ground where it actually happened, ground zero. The officers came and examined it. Uh, Legally, there is no such mandatory thing that an investigation on that or an interrogation should be held, uh, uh, you know, uh, in Tamil Nadu or Delhi. There is no such. Whatever the investigating officer decides in his wisdom, he can choose and do that. It could have been in Karur, it could have been in Chennai, capital of Tamil Nadu, or as they have now decided, to hold it in Delhi. Now, one of the biggest, let me just rewind you and take you back. One of the biggest investigations in Indian criminal history has been the assassination of India's Prime Minister, former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. If you remember, that incident took place near Chennai in Sriperumbudur. And those investigations were held by a special investigation team in Chennai. And they formed a team. They actually rented a big house here, and the investigation was held here before they came out with their conclusion. So the point is, even such a big investigation, if it was held here, there's no. And then they examined so many witnesses, and that was far more serious case in the sense that it required security, involvement of various national security, international security, all kinds of things were there. Strategic interests were there. Even then, those investigations were held here. Now, why this particular one should be held in Delhi? Now, the counter argument could be, look, because it's a politically sensitive state, and because the incident was held in Karur, which is again sensitive because of the involvement of local politicians also, and because the investigations were questioning the local DMK government, that it is fair that it is held in a third place so that there could be more fairness. I mean, this could be an argument, but I think it doesn't seem to. So, if you look at circumstantially, it appears that there is certain political messaging which is happening through these investigations.
Okay, so his film, much as anticipated film Jana Nayagan, is also delayed because of the CBFC non-certification. The case has now reached the Supreme Court in Delhi as well. But political pundits again point to that there should be that this could be centers pressure tactics and all that. Even the chief minister had spoken of that, and Rahul Gandhi too had spoken about it. So would you agree with this?
Yeah, so again, it's a very interesting turn in this whole CBFC, the certification, Central Board of Film Certification. The board actually certifies what grade the movie would be, whether it will be AAU, whether it should be screened or not. Now, if you look at the chronology, it was initially said, okay, you could be given a certification, U or A, depending that you remove these portions. I think they were suggested 10 or 12 cuts. The letter came and they agreed immediately, said, okay, we'll, accept your verdict and we'll make those cuts. And therefore, since the dates were already decided that during Pongal it has to be released, so the movie producers were pretty confident that this movie would go through. But what happened subsequently is an interesting stuff. And that is where the allegation of the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, that so far they have been using Enforcement Directorate, CBI and other investigative agencies to settle political scores or to arm twist rivals. Now they are also using CBFC. That was his allegation. Now that allegation comes because exactly of the fact that as soon as they took the Vijay's movie producers took it as Jana Nayagan's producers. I think so they thought it's a green signal. Suddenly, one of the members of the board raised objection, and then subsequently they were denied, and then the issue went to court, where again the single judge court here decided ki look, the permission was already given, so what are you talking about? Why there is an afterthought? So the permission was granted, but then they went and appealed to two-member bench, and which included the Chief Justice, and they were told, how could, even before the certification is obtained, a film, date could be, date of release could be decided. So all this, kind of ended in a, this has taken the case back to now courts now. I think somewhere on 19th, it's going to be coming up again.
Yeah.
So, as you heard the allegations earlier, which was made by the Chief Minister, and if you look at all this together, it certainly seems that it's not just the CBI choosing to hold its investigation in Delhi, but then the pressure is also perhaps coming through the movie. I mean, there is another movie, there is a story.
Parashakti.
As we are talking, Theri.
That's right, yeah. Okay,
so,
talking about Theri, yeah.
Yeah. So
Theri was an old film that was about to be relaunched.
Exactly.
Pre-released, I mean.
So what happens is in Tamil Nadu, as you know, that Pongal is a big movie release time.
Yeah.
And the producers perhaps were looking for a great opportunity to release, to cash in. So they were going to release Jana Nayagan, which did not happen. So because now it is delayed now. So the Pongal would be gone. So probably to replace that, another movie of Vijay was suggested, which is called Theri. And they thought perhaps Vijay, fans who would have missed his new release would be happy just to watch the re-release of an old movie. Even that was a pretty hit movie. But then what happened today, just now as we are talking, we heard this news a few minutes ago.
From Kalaipur Yasa, the producer of the movie.
The producer of the movie, I said, look, I have decided that I want to release the movie. I mean, the reason given again was very funny, that there are a lot more movies in the pipeline and we don't want to get into the crowd. And I mean, as a Vijay fan, as a follower of Vijay movies, would you say that Vijay's movie could get heard by other movies?
No, I don't think so. No, I think what he meant is, I think the producer wants to pave way for other movies to do well. I think that's what I understood.
Well, that's a very yeah. So it doesn't does it sound reasonable? That's the question.
I don't know, maybe there's a Vijay tsunami, and I think maybe other movies would certainly feel the pinch, and maybe they want to stop this, or maybe
Well,
they want Jana Nayagan might be out in the weeks coming
possibly.
after,
So,
and then yeah.
yeah, you are very generous, and so is the producer. But then, if you look at the circumstances in which all these things are happening, it seems that they're all interconnected, and that's why the complications are
Yeah.
going
So
up.
as we speak about this interconnection, there's also something that we need to connect dots with. What the Edapadi K. Palaniswamy had said, he said, Pudiya Kachi is going to join us. He's a new party is going to join us. We don't really know what exactly is the new party here. And, on the other side, we have the Congress party doing all sorts of hard bargaining with this TVK card that, look, all the Congress leaders are now saying, look, and share in power, share in power. That's been the ultimate, ambition of the Congress party in this election 2026, but the chief minister's office, one of the ministers had spoken about in public in way he said he's categorically denied any kind of, such asks. So, where is it even heading? So, EPS says, which, and, Congress is saying something, obviously, and everything is now around Vijay. So, the Vijay is the ultimate guy there. So, where is it heading?
Yeah, you're right. In this elections, Vijay has become an X factor. The question is whether he'll actually sweep the elections, or earlier people are thinking he could be a disruptor. Now and at the most they were dismissive, saying he can only be a disruptor, nothing more, because he's untested. He has never fought an election. Nobody knows what commodity he is. But then from that, the feeling is increasingly growing now. Like I said, that it could be a three-cornered contest now. That's where the situation is reaching. So Vijay's entry has muddled the situation. But Edapadi being Edapadi has further, kind of, added an element, like you said, saying that a new party is going to join our alliance. And there is no other new party. I think he's obviously, very obvious that he's referring to TVK. There are two things here. AIDMK is the largest party in the state. Even within the NDA alliance, they are the large ones. The leader of that party is to say that, we are waiting for another, new party to join us, and therefore we are going to do well, is in itself is a bit of, some analysts would think that is it coming from a bit of lack of confidence that he is saying such a thing. But the other thing is, by saying it, probably he is boosting the morale of his cadre, saying, guys, don't panic, Vijay is going to join us. So obviously, these indication, and he is a part of NDA alliance, of which BJP is the main mover and shaker. So he has said this probably to boost the morale of his own cadres. But on the other hand, it also in a way confirms that the NDA was always interested, but Vijay never spoke to them. With BJP very keen, Amit Shah visiting Chennai and going back to Delhi, calling at a party and speaking to him, and then the CBI holding its interrogation in Delhi. All this suggests that BJP is also keen in all these goings on. So all this again suggests that Edapadi make this statement. Basically, it is his wish.
All right, sir. Such a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you.